want to go over something real quick. Um, I took a pause with the part one and the part two of the motions series, but I got them. They still coming, but I got interrupted. My mind goes some of everywhere, some of everywhere really. So I thought I'd pause and kind of. I want to touch on a notary and officers of the court. Okay, I'm saying that as if those are two different things. But I'm gonna bring something together for y'all real quick. Help y'all understand how powerful we are if we learn how to utilize the things that are available to us. Okay. Understand. I want to start out by showing you the definition of an officer of the court. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to Law's Dictionary about an officer, just specifically an officer. But I'm gonna start out with officer of the court. Any person who has an obligation to promote justice and uphold the law, including judges, clerks, court personnel, police officers, and attorneys, who must be truthful in court and obey the court rules. Okay. Now I want to go deeper. Let's see. I want to do that. No, I'm gonna go into what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Here we go. A notary public. All right. Let's look at what a notary public is. Well, let me go back to. I'm gonna go back to officer first. I'm gonna go to officer first because I said I was gonna do that because it's pretty. I want to bring it in to you. Bring it in for y'all to understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to be quick about. Let's see. What page is that? 86. 1286. Here we go. 1286, an officer. I'm gonna start off right here, the top right here. The incumbent of an office, one who is lawfully invested in an office. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bigger real quick. For y'all, I like for my screen to show most of it instead of a whole lot of background stuff. Okay, let's see. One who is charged by a superior power, and particularly by a government, with the power and duty of exercising certain functions. This is part I want to really help y'all understand what their duty is. Okay, y'all probably already know, but we're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna go there. So y'all, because some people are still beginning and they need to understand the positions of public officers, of government officers. Okay. An officer is one who is invested with some portion of the function of the government to be exercised for the public benefit. Keyword: public benefit. That means the people are supposed to benefit. Okay, with the things that they're doing, it's supposed to be for the benefit of the public. Okay, that's the keyword: benefit. Okay, you can also use that synonymous with beneficiaries in a minute. Keep on going. Okay. In a popular sense, an officer is one holding a position of trust. See, a position of trust and authority in any kind of an organization, civilly, military, political, ecclesiastical, or social. Keyword: position of trust. Now, if they operate in a position of trust for the benefit of the public, keep in mind, you thinking trust law when we talking about that. That makes them trustees. If we're the beneficiaries, then who's the trustee? That makes them the trustees. If we are the beneficiaries, we're the one that's supposed to benefit from their works, then that makes us trustees. Okay? Your Sesticate trust is supposed to be what you're supposed to benefit from. Your Sesticate trust is your straw man, your all caps name, your legal name, your name in all caps, whatever you want to see it as. But they're supposed to administer those things for your benefit. So understand who you are. That's who they are as public officers. Okay. The word officer, as used in the state statutes or constitutions, is sometimes held to refer only to elective officers. Okay, we'll keep moving. And sometimes to both appointive and elective officers. Keep going. Let's see. An officer is distinguished from an employee in the greater importance, dignity, and independence of his position. in requirements in requirement of oath, bond, more enduring tenure, and fact of duties being prescribed by law. So that's what they're required to have: an oath and a bond. And it says, just keep in mind, you don't see or nowhere in here. Required. It's a in his position in requirement of oath, bond, more enduring tenure, and fact of duties being prescribed by law. Okay, so this is what they have to have, these things, in order to even operate as an officer. Okay, now let's go down to civil officer. So y'all dealing with child support case, y'all know what those are civil cases. The word civil, as regards civil officers, is commonly used to distinguish those officers who are in public service but not of the military. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going down. Hence, any officer of the United States who holds his appointment under the national government, whether his duties are executive or judicial, in the highest or lowest departments of the government. That child support court is low. Okay, those are not real courts. With the exception of officers of the Army and Navy, is a civil officer. Okay, now that you understand what an officer is, I'm gonna also jump on a de facto right here. Officer de facto. Pay attention to what you're about to hear. As distinguished from an officer de jure, this is the designation of one who is in the actual position and administration of the office under some colorable or apparent authority. Okay. Let you know they can't just do what the fuck they want to do like y'all think they do. They don't have power to just do what they want to do. Colorable or apparent authority. Although his title to the same, whether by election or appointment, is in reality invalid or at least formally questioned. Okay, so when you know you're not in these real courts, y'all stop being so intimidated, thinking these people are able to just do what they want to do. You have to understand who you are in relation to these things and operate properly the way you're supposed to operate when you're operating in that system. When you're in their courtroom, you're operating in their system. Okay, when you're in their courtroom, you're not operating in the private manner. So you don't deal with them in court the same way you would deal with someone in your house. You catch somebody in a line, when you're at home, and when you're a kid, and then mama be like, who broke this vase? And then everybody, trying to find a way to kind of, snitch on the other, or not to clear their own name, and they just try to catch the other one in a lie. And that's how mama come up with the conviction. They just kind of use that procedure, basically try to find out who looking guilty, who they caught who in a lie. And then whoever looked guilty or they got caught in a lie, that's who get that ass whooping. So this is not how this works. We got to operate according to what they have said or what has been set up already, way before our time, way before the public officials that we're dealing with. This was set up before they were born. So they had to learn the system just like you got to learn it in order to thrive. You got to learn how it's set up and how to move it, how to work within it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go up to a notary public, and I'm only bringing up a notary because of the fact that most of us don't understand the importance of a notary. What is a notary? Let's see, 1257. Here we go. Oh, it's 59. 57. Here we go. Notary public. Okay. First thing that says is a public officer. So if you're a notary, you're a public officer as well. You're also an officer. Okay. So understand that you have power as a notary public, and anybody could become a notary public. Say if you weren't convicted of a notary like a felony or something like that, you're not a registered sex offender or something like that. Then it's not hard to become a notary. I'm a notary myself. I'm a notary myself in my hometown. Okay. Now, a public officer whose function is to administer oaths. This is the only thing y'all been told that you can do, that you're supposed to do. But let's go deeper. To attest and certify by his hand and official seal certain classes of documents in order to give them credit and authenticity in foreign jurisdictions. Keyword, foreign jurisdictions. Is not the land of the living foreign to maritime jurisdiction? Two different jurisdictions. This is okay. That's just that's one example. Okay, not just America. Jurisdiction being different from China or Jamaica. Those are foreign jurisdictions. Texas and Florida, two foreign jurisdictions. Yes, though that's another example. But the living and the fiction is also there. Those are also foreign jurisdictions. So understand that. To take acknowledgement of deeds and other conveyances and certify the same, and to perform certain official acts. See what I'm talking about? I say this because if you in court and you got a notary with you, how a lot of times you go to court, you decide to show up, and somebody that's an actual notary, you can have them to show up to court with you. And I will have them to bring their notary documents so that they can prove that they're a notary. You know what I'm saying? So they got proof that they are an actual notary, which is an officer of the court. It's an officer as well. It's a public official. It's a public officer. So they can't stop them from walking in their official capacity as a notary. If they up in there want to record, say if they want to record, a stenographer does the same thing. They record they record what's been going on and what's going on in the court. In a lot of child support cases, from my own experience, I had a child support case. There was no stenographer ever in that room. It was just me, the surrogate judge, my son's mom, her mom, and the attorney. And you had the guard, the officer, the guard or whatever. Deputy sheriff or whatever was at the door, but those are the only ones that was involved that were ever in the room anytime we were there, and there was never a stenographer recording anything. I was the one that was secretly wired in there or had my cell phone recording something, but in a lot of cases people will stop you from recording. They'll tell you because that a lot of them, they know they on some bullshit with some corruption. But if you got a notary with you, they bring their paperwork with them. The proof that the paperwork that they received from the county recorder's office when they got ordained to become commissioned to become a notary, and they bring some identification to prove who they are. To show that they are, to show that they are an actual, and it don't matter if it's driver's license. It don't damn matter. They operate in their official capacity as a notary public. So they can't bother them. They can't stop them from recording. They can go in there and record the whole damn thing, everything that's been said, and they can't bother. And if they bother that notary, they can actually they can be removed. They can be held seriously liable for them stopping an officer of the court from recording in the courtroom. They can really be held. And then because they're actually breaking the Constitution, they're actually they're breaching they're perjuring their oath. Their oath to the Constitution. The First Amendment actually enforces that. I'm gonna finish reading this, and then I'm gonna show you what it says in the Constitution, in case you don't know. And to perform certain official acts, chiefly in commercial matters. Is not all crimes commercial? So if you're in court, you're dealing with a commercial matter, okay? Such as the protesting of notes and bills, and noting of foreign drafts and marine protests in cases of loss or damage. Now I'm gonna show you what it. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got here. The Constitution, First Amendment. The Constitution says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble. and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. See, you have the right to get to see. Because the thing is, you're using this public official, you're using this notary to make sure you basically keep you have the right to assemble. That's what they're doing right there. Is the people's they're assembling right here. You're assembling right up in the courtroom, and all you're doing is they're just recording to make sure they're trying to petition the government for redress of grievances. They're trying to make sure everything stays in order. They're officer of the peace. That's what the notary public is. So you're able to bring that notary with you to get things. Let me see if I can minimize this again. Bring that notary with you to court and have them to record. And it'd be something else even if you have more than one notary, but it don't take but one, and all of them are notaries, and you got them there. That's a powerful thing to have. Those are powerful people to have in your corner, and it's easier to get that done than to have some attorney trying to help you do some stuff, because attorneys are corrupt any damn way. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this. I thought I'd bring this up to kind of help y'all understand the power of a notary, and what public officers are, and they're supposed to operate for the benefit of the people. And so this is one way you can exercise the benefit as a people of your state, a people of this nation. You can use notaries to help enforce your rights. Okay, keep in mind a notary is also an officer of the Secretary of State. Okay, understand that. Okay, let me connect the dots when I say that. When if you become a notary in your county, you go to your county recorder's office, you get commission to become a notary. If someone wants to authenticate a document that you notarize, they're going to go to the county recorder's office to get it done in the county level, and then what they're going to do is attach a document on there stating that you are one of their notaries. They're going to have their stamp and their seal, their signature. That clerk is going to attach to that document a documentation proving that you are a notary, that you are one. This is one of our notaries. Then you take it to the Secretary of State, and then you can have it authenticated on the state level, because the Secretary of State also has a record of everyone. They have a record of everyone who's been commissioned within that state, to be a notary in that state. So everyone is. So even the clerks, keep in mind, even the clerks are able to do that. They are able to administer oaths. The judges are able to administer oaths. Let's see. Every county clerk, every county clerk, and every judge, the judges are able to administer oaths. So the thing is, the notary publics are also able to do that. So if you got the county clerks who's actually over the county, every county has their own clerk who are also able to administer oaths, and they have the officers, what they call it. You got the county clerk, and then you got clerks of the court, which are the ones that you hand your papers to get the file into your court cases and stuff. Everybody that works there, that does that type of work, those are clerks of the court, as opposed to the county clerk. The county clerk is the notary public there. And even the many clerks, those clerks of the court are able to administer oaths too. That's how you become a notary, because they're the ones that swear you in, and then they put you in the system, and then now you're one of the notaries. Now on the Secretary of State level, they can authenticate that document at the Secretary of State, because you've been proven to be one of the notary publics of one of the counties. So they are the main notary. That's why you authenticate some at the Secretary of State, because they are the main notary public of that state, and then you can get it done on a national level. So you understand that there's levels to it when it comes to being a notary, but bottom line is they're still officers of the Secretary of State of that state. Okay, so if you have a notary public in your court case, at the court hearing or whatever, and you want them to record for you, they can bring their paperwork with them and prove that they're officer of the court with their notary paperwork. And then they can record. They can go in there and record the entire thing, and they can't do nothing about that. Otherwise, they can be held accountable for actually breaking the Constitution. They can't do that. They can't stop a notary from doing anything like that. They can actually be removed from the bench for doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. I think I made this video long enough, and I think I made my point. And if you have any questions, any comments, hit me up in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Emerald signing out.